Ziyen Inc. was the 33rd company to qualify in America under Regulation A+. So when I started to research how to fund our company and started to learn about Regulation A+, I started to realize this is the vehicle I should use to go to the marketplace. Because ultimately the amount of companies that have been going public in America have been dropping. So in 1999 there was nearly 500 companies went public, and that was off the back of the dot-com boom. Now last year they were down to 106 companies that have gone public. So the markets are actually requiring more companies to come there, because unless you have new blood, eventually things aren't going to work. So they created Regulation A+ to make it easier for companies to actually take an idea, take it to market, get people to invest in those companies, and then take that company public, rather than the old S1 way of going public. Obviously, because it's so new, people aren't aware of all the benefits of it. The other major benefit of Regulation A+, and the reason I think Obama actually made the change in the Jobs Act to create Regulation A+, was to allow non-accredited investors this opportunity to invest in companies that are pre-IPO stock. So in the past, only accredited investors, that's your top 1%, people who earn over 200K, people who have over $1 million worth of assets. These were the only people allowed to invest in companies like ours if they were qualified under S1 to go public. See, what they're able to do is they can come on board at the beginning and purchase pre-IPO stock at a set price and get on board when the stock price is at the lowest. The normal chance for a non-accredited investor to invest in the company was the day it actually goes public. So under Regulation A+, non-accredited investors can actually come in and invest in my company now at a set price and get on board at the beginning. So right now I've got just over 140 non-affiliated investors, that's investors who aren't related to me, invest in the company at all levels. They've all come in and bought the share price at a set price. Now as we go through Series 2, Series 3, Series 4 of funding, whether we're going to go into the OTCQX markets, the New York small cap American market, or the NASDAQ small caps market, as we get closer to IPOing, our share price is going to change. And those who've gotten board at the beginning have secured this best price. And this is probably the biggest fundamental change, because suddenly, rather than a very small percentage of people can invest, your top 1%, everyone now has this opportunity to invest alongside the big hitters. And in going forward, what's about to happen is there's going to be multiple companies like mine starting to hit the market. And once they start to hit the market, people will start to see, oh wait a minute, I had this opportunity to invest in that company from incubation stage. And then they'll start to research Regulation A+. Then they'll start to be aware of companies who are qualifying under Regulation A+. And that's when they'll decide to invest. See, people are starting to learn about crowdfunding through websites like Kickstarter and Indiegogo. The difference between Regulation A+ and those websites is we're actually going to go onto an exchange where you can sell your shares. So the investor has an exit strategy, because the day my company hits the market is the day you have fully tradable common stock, whereby if you invest in a company in Kickstarter or Indiegogo, essentially you're investing in someone's dream. Now, if this person's dream becomes a reality, and there's lots of great ideas that have come through there, but ultimately it's only the day that company gets acquired is when you get your payout. Now, obviously there's other benefits investing in these companies, there's freebies, there's things like that, and a lot of them are charitable trusts, and there's a lot of good things with Kickstarter and Indiegogo. The difference between Regulation A+ is you're investing in a company that's going to go in the stock market. And if it's going to go in the stock market, you're going to have control of when you want to exit. And you can exit from day one, or you can hold on to that stock and see how high it goes and see what your return on investment is. And essentially what's happened is you are now investing alongside the big hitters, whereby in the past under S1, they were the only ones who could do this.